whatnot. But it's just mind blowing since I've been back on here anyway.
That was an excellent conversation. I sure hate it wasn't recorded. Yeah, buddy.
Look who showed up.
Wasn't recorded. Yeah. I sure hate that it wasn't recorded. Yeah, there's only one way into the island, and the bridge is broken. And they've been having, it's either we gonna die or they're gonna create traffic. So I guess they choosing to have us live, and I do appreciate them. I do appreciate them. I want to back. Yes, please, because I'm going to say something both what Ibrahim and Yolanda said. Go ahead.
Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
Yeah, you good.
I just wanted to say to Yolanda and all the people that will hear this recording, you should see fit to place it as so. There is something about the ATS team. I'm not going to cry. There's something about the ATS team that is past what people may define as magical. It is a true and heartfelt place that God put in place to draw people like myself and you, Yolanda, and other people who are like us. The people who are here that this team is made up of was handpicked by God. And you could definitely see that, know it, and recognize it. There's nothing that I follow, nothing, and no one that I follow that would get my attention and hold my attention and help me to get where I've gotten to, like the ATS team. I have never, ever in my entire life followed a man, followed a team, followed a people like I follow the ATS team, because they always fall, foul, bloop, and blunder my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. It is my job to leave a legacy. It is my job to give them what I have been given. And I made sure, Yolanda, that I have done that. And I've allowed you all to be the adults of your own lives, even when I feel like there's a dangerous road that you are traveling. But I'm so proud of you. I am so extremely happy for you and where you are going to go. And the people, when y'all hear this, please know that I do not okay anything that is for the detriment or downfall of anyone. But the ATS team is something that I would advise everyone to have in their breakfast every day, for their lunch, every afternoon, and for their evening meals, and for their good night sleep. So if you are listening, and Yolanda, I know you are, know that you are great, know that you are awesome, know that you are definitely well worthy of the ATS team. They will help you to understand who you are, why you are here, and how long you are supposed to be who you are to be, to prosper and go further in your life, to learn how to plant better and conquer. I love you, Mommy Lala.
Right. All right. Come on, y'all unmute your mic, clap for all that love. There's a whole bunch of love going around.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Wait a minute. Stop the press for 1 second. Who is that handsome black man in that red suit?
Well, yeah.
Looking sharp.
He is
I was
sharp.
about to say it. I thought it was Christmas.
He gotta be coming my way. He gotta be coming my way or something. I mean, what's the occasion, man? What's the occasion?
It's Mexican. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed that memo then. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you was in Houston. I was gonna treat you to, what we do. But
Well, I'll be in Houston soon because I want to be treated.
It's that power red.
That's
come
it.
on, then. Yeah,
That's
make
it.
it sharp, Doc.
I appreciate you. Yes. I had to put on a tie for the
Frida,
day.
we see you. We see you. We know you got the memo, Frida. We see you.
Yes. Ibrahim said something that I definitely want to come back to, and Yolanda said something, and then Sandra said something. So I'm going to address all three. Let's start with Yolanda, since she went first, at least in my hearing, she went first. She said she got comfortable in poverty. This is both precisely true and precisely incorrect. It is both and. It is both and. It is so precisely true that she, me, you, her, them, it, Jane, Bob, and Ralph got comfortable in poverty. It is also precisely incorrect that we, Jane, Bob, Ralph, Theodore, Alf, and the Hendersons, these are old shows. I don't know if y'all know I'm bringing up old shows. Mork and Mindy. All of these people got comfortable in poverty. It is incorrect. None of us are comfortable. I'm rich and I'm not comfortable. None of us are comfortable. It is both precisely true and precisely untrue. Reason being is because people like me have placed you in the poverty condition and then convinced you you're doing well. I once told y'all, I remember Adrian had a mind blown moment. Somebody mentioned something about crabs, we act like crabs in the bucket. And I just let's let everybody talk. And after that, Frida, I said, well, we don't really consider that the bucket is not the natural habitat for the crabs. Somebody is controlling the bucket and somebody put the crabs in it.
Okay.
And that's where we are, right? That's where we are in finances too. You're not comfortable. I don't care how much you love the Lord. You are not comfortable.
Watch it.
Being afraid to check your bank account balance every day is not comfortable. It's not. And paying your mortgage, paying your bills, and having just enough to say you are a responsible citizen, that's not comfortable. And even if you find a way to be comfortable and prove me wrong, you didn't get here to be sent to be comfortable. God ain't comfortable.
Watch it.
Christianity or Islam is not meant to be comfortable. If you have a comfortable faith, you're not telling nobody about it. And you ain't going through nothing. Just so you know. Just so you know. That's how these things work. But nevertheless, let me not bother y'all too much. Check my chat. They're telling me yes. Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, the answer is yes. What was I supposed to say? Oh, yes, you all are responsible human beings. Go ahead, Grace.
When I came on and I, said you will be here within the next few moments, and I'm excited to hear about what we're learning with the personal finance, whatever topic he's going to talk about. Your good friend Jerome said he's going to continue to tell us how broke we are. He having too much fun with this.
Number one, and broke talk. Keep your expenses low and reduce your liabilities. Keep your expenses low and reduce your liabilities. And everybody's going to go, well, yeah, it's common sense, but that ain't what you're doing. That is not what you're doing. It's not what you're doing. That's not what you're doing. You're not doing that at all. The idea here is you spending too much, Craig. And you're spending too much, that's TOO, the comparative to. You're spending too much because you think it's going to work. There is no other reason that y'all spending too much. The only reason, unless you just genuinely want to kill yourself today, not like you have suicidal thoughts. I mean, today it is over. You're going to write an Instagram post and you're going to tell us how we should have been more thoughtful to you, and which we should have. And we will feel very bad because we have been not thoughtful to you, and we are responsible for you taking your own life. If that is not you today, then the only reason you spend too much money is because you think it's going to work. Let me give you an
So wait,
example.
do you think
Mhm.
that's gonna work? If I get on there and tell people that they done shitted on me and now I'm dying, you think that's gonna work? Or I just can't show back up the next day
Well, for sure. Yes. But no, that is true. People who respectfully commit suicide are isolated. And when you get isolated like that, as much as y'all don't want to admit it, I'm on the side of the suicide. I'm gonna call them a victim. I'm a suicide victim. I'm on their side because I let you feel so isolated. It's something I tell everybody. I get in trouble every time I say this, Sister Booker. Every single time I say this, but I'm not gonna stop saying it. I'm not gonna stop saying it. Once I first start coaching people, which is actually, it is rare, but it won't be rare after Mexits. So there you go. It won't be rare after Mexit, but it is very rare, except for Mexit changes that. I tell everybody this here. So Arshia says, "Oh my God, I hate my life." Really? Tell me why. And she tells me why. And I say, "Why is that?" And she tells me why. And when I'm coach, I get on your nerves, Martha. I just keep saying, "What you think about that?" I just keep going over and over, ask the same question 15 times, just in different variations. And then once you're finished, then I know you've reached the God apex of that complaint. Because that's what I'm really trying to do. I'm really trying to let you get it all out. And then the first thing I say before I tell you suck, which I don't do that. In finances, I do. Not in. There's a time and a place. There's a time and a place. The first thing I do is I tell you, well, I need you to change all your friends and limit your time with all your family. And everyone goes, "No, I'm not going to do that. It's stupid." They get mad at me. But the truth is, if you are overweight and you've been complaining about being overweight for 10 years, please know I benefit from your overweight condition if I let you get overweight. I have decided up in my head that as long as I'm lighter than you, we good. If you don't like your life, I've decided that's your life. And I keep you around because I like my life and you're a constant reminder of why I do. Remember, if someone truly loves you, they will pull you to the side and say, "Put that cheesecake down."
No, I'm not.
Jerome, he is a heathen.
Oh,
And red today.
Nobody likes
Wrong.
That's what I said. Nobody likes what I said. I know. But this is the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth that when you don't like your life, the people around you, no matter how much they love you, allowed you not to like your life. So you need new friends and you need new family. That's kind of the power of ATS is built around that idea. ATS is built around the idea that y'all are black sheep. I am the chief black sheep. Come on over here. Let's be black sheep together. We're all weird.
My family.
All of us is weird. Reduce your liabilities. Reduce your expenses. I want all of you to take yourself a challenge. You should be doing your personal budgets. I'm gonna try to bring it up every day. Personal budgets. You see your stuff. If you fill it out, you see it. You see your death. Okay, Frida got hers. You see how you dying, and you see how they are oppressing you, and you see how much you love your oppressor more than you love yourself. Whoever you owe a debt to is your oppressor. And you love GMC and Cadillac and Bank of America more than you love yourself. Now here's a hit. No. Wait a minute now. Don't get too mad at me. I'm just saying if your mortgage is $2,100 a month and every month you don't have $2,100 a month left over, the harvest says you love your mortgage more than you love yourself. Okay, let me put it in church talk. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Because I'm gonna repeat that, sugar, and then I'm gonna say it a different way, and everybody gonna get it when I say it this way. And I'm gonna use Sister Booker when I do it the second way, because I know y'all love her, and I know y'all ain't gonna like that. If you give Bank of America $2,100 a month, and every month you don't have $2,100 for yourself, like an additional $2,100, because you give Bank of America an additional $2,100 a month, an additional $2,100. If you do that and you don't have an additional $2,100 for yourself, you are telling the universe, I love Bank of America more than I love myself. And the universe then responds to you. Well, Frida, we're going to send you the proportion of love that you love yourself. And if you don't think that, let's use Sister Booker. Sister Booker is Pastor Evelyn Booker and Antonio with his heathen self come through, and I'm an organist, and I'm sleeping with all her members. Okay, let's just I sleep with all her members too. We only pick certain kind of organists. You understand? I'm sleeping with all the members, and then Grace is a Sister Booker antagonist. She befriended Pastor Booker when she first got to church, but Pastor Booker followed God's will, not Grace's will.
Watch it.
Uh-oh.
And as soon as Grace saw Pastor Booker had the vision of the Lord and the courage of the Lord, and was only going to follow what the Lord had given her, Grace didn't like that. So now Grace says, we need to pay organist Antonio, give him a pay raise. He's been faithful to the church. And the pay raise, which is fair, is now more than Pastor Booker. Now, Pastor Booker is not the highest paid person in the church. The organist is. Can someone tell me what's wrong with this picture, please?
Oh my. Is somebody go?
They're
You don't
gonna
want
vote
the true
Pastor-
answer.
They're gonna
You don't
vote
want
Pastor
the real
Booker
answer.
out.
All I know is the shepherd is eating worse than the flock.
Okay, then. Okay. That's all right.
You know who this money coming here like that.
Well,
Like,
we
and
bet
real
that-
talk, people's running around here making everybody rich but themselves. I just keep it real. I just keep it real.
Understood. You're saying I love music more than I love the word. And I'm showing it to you with my money. Now, I gave y'all the real answer. Ken had a realer answer. We're gonna let Ken make it. You know? He didn't say that. He said, you don't want the real answer. And you know, he just as real as me. And it's the truth. You're saying the most important thing in this church is the organist. You hear me? I'm not telling you. I ain't
Well,
talking about
that's
not to pay.
going on.
Oh,
That's going on because remember, for a long time, church was like dead, literally. And then they got this kid or these people up there clapping their hands and stuff. Next thing you know, church was packed. So it, from the eyes of it, it looks like that was where it was at. But then now, look at them now. They all there, 25, 30,000 deep, and not a Jesus in sight.
Okay, so the point is, now everybody don't shout out to Linda Waters. She's on the call. Make sure she can text her. I don't know if she got an audio connected, so text her and make sure she can hear. She probably can't hear. I know. Now you gotta like that example. You don't. You gotta like, well, that's the problem with the church anyway. The church, but here's the deal. Your money shows you what you love. Don't act like that's not true. You've been your grandmother been telling you that since you were 6 years old. Whatever you check your bank account, you're gonna see what you really love. On your finances sheet, you go to your expenses column, and whatever you really love, it's your most highest expense. Well, it's my house. All right, you either love that house, or you love that security, or you love the idea of making people think you got it together. Either way, if your biggest expense is not your investment accounts, did you see what I did? Your biggest expense needs to be your investment accounts.
Yeah.
All right. So now y'all got a new goal. You got you a new goal. You have your new goal. If you give in Bank of America or whatever, I don't know what you pay. I don't know whoever your biggest expense is. Right now, you decree and declare that you, since we in church talk, you breaking strongholds. You understand? And what you're going to do is you're going to say, I will now be paid, not what I pay them, but twice as much as I pay them.
All right.
Antonio,
Make that 10 times as much.
10 times. You show right. You show right. Come on, Jerome.
the one thing I do like about the budget sheet that you sent out to us, and it goes back to something that you repeat consistently, and it is so true. If you account for it, you can control it.
Boy, you better talk. That to this day, that's still my number one key, though. I haven't
If
repeated
we don't have it in front of us, Antonio, then guess what? It floats away. It gets away from us. But if we've got it right in our face, guess what? Like when you punch us in our face, we are forced to deal with it.
That's right.
Hello.
That's right. That's 100% correct. And y'all know me. I'm gonna give it to you real. I mean, it's not like it's not, this. I stayed in trouble in the church because Sister Booker would have me come preach. I was already retired. I just, I wouldn't even draw the salad from my own church. So I didn't need to try to impress yours. Y'all getting this word. It just is what it is.
So you don't care if they don't invite you back?
I don't care. You get this word. So that's how I still act like that to this day. It doesn't matter, And I've had a few people flat out tell me, "You're not coming back. You're not coming back here. You're not coming back here." And the truth is, man, I can't inherit your food stamps. I just can't. And I know you need them. And I'm not talking about, like get rid of the propaganda off of food stamps. You need food stamps at this point. At this point in America, you take $15, just $15 an hour to be broke. So if you're not making $15 an hour, you're below the poverty line. But when you get $15 an hour, you still need food assistance in America. Of course, they ain't gonna give it to you because you make $15 an hour. So you almost got to lie and commit a felony just to eat. I don't know if you lie on your food stamp application, that's felony, that's theft. That is a felony of theft. I'm not lying to you. All right. Me and Xandria from the hood, we know. You understand. That is.
Yes,
that
it is. Yes, it
theft.
is.
Yes, it is. That's what they
It
get you.
carries a $10,000 fine and jail time.
All right, then. I know 3 folk. 3 folk. 3 folk. I remember being so comfortable in poverty, as Yolanda was saying. I remember when I was younger, doesn't matter which time. I could be this lifetime, that time, no matter. I remember it was this one chick. Now she was cute. She was cute. No. She was drop dead gorgeous. But I wasn't impressed until she told me she had food stamps. I'm like, ooh, girl, you got food stamps. And I was hungry. Shoot, real talk. Let me hold the card. She was getting $700 a month in food stamps. Blessed the Lord. Blessed the Lord. It feel like $700. It's a good pay raise. Anywho, reduce your expenses. Please reduce your expenses. If you don't reduce your expenses, then don't. But if you decide that you love yourself, go ahead and do it. I'll tell you this, it's repeat now. And I like what Anthony said, 10 times more. So whatever your expense is, your highest expense, you need to be 10 times more than that in your investments. Everybody cool? Outstanding. Then I want you to start getting smart. I want you to start creating corporations. This is the next one. You need to create a corporation to protect your assets and reduce your tax expenses. Create a corporation to protect your assets and reduce your expenses. Most of y'all know that. Can I bless you in a way if you're audio, I had to pause real quick. I had to. I don't know how much of this information I want to give out. I want to give it out.
Start last night. You might as well finish.
I might as well finish. All right, let's see. Antonio is a heathen. Ken Johnson started his corporation and he's protecting his assets. Ken Johnson has his car lot. This is what y'all do. You can always tell who makes money by the way they talk. Remember this. If two things I want you to catch. I want you to catch money is a heart issue, and I can hear your bank account every time you open your mouth. I can hear it. I can hear thy bank account. All right, she looked like she almost there connecting audio. Good. Here, your bank account. So here we go. Ken has solar business. He starts this, KWJ Enterprises. I made him a Smith. KWJ Enterprises. And he says, yep, car company. Woo. Then takes that same corporation and says, man, got this real estate. I got 10 houses. He puts them on the KWJ. He's balling. And he's properly using his corporate entity to shield him from taxes. 300 some cars under the corporation. I get mad at Ken, I sue him because I'm a heathen. So when I sue him, Sister Booker, I'm suing him for everything Ken Wayne Johnson Enterprises hold. And you know why I can do that, Margie? Because he didn't have somebody like me to tell him, you need more than one corporation. Can you hear the advancedness of this? Just because you got a corporation and you're guarding yourself from tax expenses, if I sue you, while I can't touch what you got, I can touch everything that corporation owns. This is why Antonio has a Series LLC. It means that as long as I don't commingle my accounts, as long as I don't use one account to pay for an expense of another account, see, the judge will see that I am keeping the heart of the Series LLC by not commingling funds. It means that if I own 10 houses, each one of them houses are in its own LLC under my Series LLC. It means my gaming company is in its own LLC. It means that ATS is in its own LLC, and the computing tech is in its own LLC, and Assembly of Wonders in its own LLC, and it's under one major LLC that I did right one time with lawyers, for God's sake. Don't do it yourself, please, in the name of whatever you believe. With lawyers. And then every time I start a new company, new venture, or most importantly, a new stream of income, I start a child LLC and put that under it. So if I have a 300 unit apartment complex, that's under one LLC. And if I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, that's under another LLC. So when you sue me, when you trip and fall, when you get mad, or when you don't get what you want out of the video game company, all you can take is what that company has. You can't take what the whole company has. Because I am not just protected from tax expenses, I'm protected from folk who want my money. Did anyone just learn something new?
So in keeping with the example with Kenneth Wayne Johnson Enterprises. So instead of Kenneth Wayne having one corporation with 300 cars, he should have 300 corporations.
If those cars are individually owned, he need to have 300 different LLCs. If it's a car lot and he owns the banking finances, and he owns the cars, then he has 3 LLCs to do one car business. His financing is in one LLC. The cars being purchased is in another LLC. And then his salary, his dividends is in another LLC.
And Antonio, on top of that, since you sued him, I'm gonna tell Ken to get the assessment of all that and the lawsuits and the liabilities and write them off as a tax deduction to make his sued corporation whole again.
There you go. Now, I'm not saying Ken don't have this. I'm just trying. He's just a good example. He's just a good example because he can put. So what happens is I buy a car from KWJ Enterprises, but my financing comes from KWJ Bank. So I write my check to KWJ Bank, or I write my check to KWJ Enterprises, but then that money is then flown to KWJ Bank. Either way, I'm not commingling funds, and I don't have everything owned by everything. That's advanced. That's way up there. That's way up. Come on, I need somebody to keep it real with me. And somebody say, uh-oh, I need to go fix my stuff right now. Come on. Don't lie to me now. Come on, don't lie to me now.
1-800-fix my shit.
All right. All right, then. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to get like Ken Johnson and have the beautiful house, the beautiful wife, and the beautiful bank account and be able to do $50,000 deals. Ken does $150,000 deals at a steakhouse regularly. And you don't want somebody who can't do what he do, but then look at him as, oh, that's mine now. Because if I sue the company, I'm liable for every single thing that's in it. So you only want to keep what's in it. And the more you have. Now I'm not telling you to get a serious LLC. And please, talk to a lawyer. Actually, you need a lawyer and a tax professional. You need both. Do that. But in Texas, may the Lord bless you. We like serious LLCs. Yeah. If you can get that from somewhere else on a morning call for free, then God bless you. But I can assure you, when I learned about it, my mind was blown. Because here's another thing. All right, so you sue that company, I lose it. I just tear that company down, and I still got my whole company, and I start another one tomorrow.
And when the insurance auditors come in, everything better be separate.
If you don't keep it separate, the judge, because the insurance is going to take you to court, the judge is going to say, well, you didn't respect. You didn't keep it separate. So we not going to let you keep it separate in court.
Exactly.
So since you combined it, Pastor Booker going to get all of it. Now the whole church paid off.
Amen.
You got 3 campuses, north, south, and east. All of the three, and we're praying for a West. We're praying for a West. Yes, all in three different corporations. That's what you gotta do. Think about that. That's solid advice. That has been the most upper level stuff I've told you thus far, and I'm telling you,
That's what I needed.
That's there you go. There you go. That is, and you now, Tony, how you know this? Because I make mistakes, and I got mentors, and they be like, "What you doing? Don't do that." And then you gotta do it. You only. I was talking to somebody yesterday. Doesn't matter who, and I was saying, they was like, "Man, but how you know so much? And then how you do this? And you I'm older than you." And I was like, "That makes sense, but I've tried and failed more than you." There is a difference. Your age has nothing to do with how much you have moved. I have moved and failed more times than you, and you only get wisdom through failure. I'm not trying to bother nobody, Grace. I'm just telling you the way I answered the question.
You only get wisdom
For failure. Yeah.
That's gonna be
In the voice of Adrian, and that's a word there.
Yeah. You losing doesn't teach you anything but how to
hear
be.
it, Frida? I'm over here having my thing. I don't want to keep talking because the money gets funny. So if I open up wrong, I might say that I got a little bit of money. So I've been trying to check my spirit on my money. But yeah, that was a whole word. And they asked me that the other day, and I didn't understand. People say to me that I am wise. There is so much there. I say something and it's so profound. But I don't see that because I live in the poverty. I live in my mistakes. I see the mess ups. Like I'm living them every day. Someone else is watching me prevail through the mess up. Which is giving them that with their wisdom. So yeah, Frida, that was a word.
Yeah, no
and a
doubt.
whole nother aspect. Look, that was a word. Keep talking.
Yeah, no. You life is about moving forward and falling on your face. Mike Tyson has a great quote. Everybody, as far as in boxing, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face. Yeah, you get punched in the mouth. Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. That first punch in the mouth knocked that plan off.
Okay.
You did 6 months of practicing for this fight. You got punched in the mouth. Different plan. Didn't work, coach. I need a different plan. I got punched in the mouth. It hurts. My lip is split.
Where's that bell? Where's that bell?
My lip is split. It won't ever be the same. Give me a different plan. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. That's a great quote for sure. The next thing I want you to process, and I guess it's my third one. I've been dropping knowledge the whole time. Yes. I do want you to be a master. How was that saying? A jack of all trades? I do want you to be a jack of all trades.
You know what?
Yes, you can.
I was talking to a young lady yesterday, a referral from Renee. She wants to get into speaking. And she said, yeah, I'm a Jill of all trades. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay. Because you're a female. You're not a jack of all trades. You're a Jill of all trades. I understand.
Never heard anybody say that before. But I do want you to be a jack of all trades. Now, of course, the jack of all trades, master of none is actually partial of the quote. I forget how the real quote goes, but it keeps going.
A master of many.
Yes.
You can be a master of many.
You better be if you're going to be an entrepreneur, because I just need you to know a little bit about a lot. So then you can hire somebody and say, no, do this. You don't need to know how to code. You just need to know Antonio doing this. That's enough information. Young man, build it like this. Here, you go in that class for me. And now you know enough to tell him what to do.
Wait, that is facts. Oh my gosh. I have this guy and he helps me build my website, right? So we were just having a conversation yesterday. He pulls up the website and he's like, well, wait a minute. Can we do it like this? Because you're saying that you want to step by step them. And I'm thinking, yeah, baby, I want to step by step them. Like, I don't really know, but I've heard enough. More is caught than taught.
That's
So
right.
I know what it should look like, right? So he's like, I want you to look at it. I want you to look at it. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm telling you now, I trust you because you are hearing what I'm saying to you and you are going. You are going with it. So yeah, the more that we learn, and then you get the right people that know what they're talking about, that know what they're doing. That's it. And he was like, but will you look at it? I didn't look at it until this morning. And I said, oh God, let me check this website. And I looked and it walked you right through. It tells you about your facts, your feelings, and your forward. And then it tells you if you want to move forward, fill your name out. And then once you fill your name out, do the assessment. Come on,
That's
God.
it.
That was it.
That's it. Yeah, come on. Y'all clap for that. That's a big deal. She's CEO.
See?
See, y'all think the CEO has to be the smartest person. Stop trying to be the smartest person. You just stop. So what you do is you go get smart people smarter than you, and then you absorb their knowledge.
That's it.
Anyway, now that has now been the best thing I said, but I'm running past. You can always tell when I know I said something, I just run past it. I don't say nothing. I just throw it out there and I don't say nothing about it. Don't say nothing about it. Don't simply buy investments. Please learn how to do investments. Don't buy investments. Learn how to do investments. All of y'all are in betterment now, or you should be. And you're going to put your money in.
Is that the next one, or are you still in the
I'm still
Jack
in.
of all trades?
I'm gone. The next one.
Oh,
All y'all in betterment now, but what I need you to do, Antonio, I need you to learn. As soon as you see where your money went, I need you to go learn about that company and learn about the investment. I need you to start watching YouTube videos. You hear me? I need you to do something. Do something. Every rich person has lost money. Next one. I'm already on the next one. Every rich person has lost money at some point. Poor people never lost a dime. I'm gonna sit back on that one. Somebody tell me what I said. Tell me
They're
what
already broke. That's why they ain't lost a dime.
too scared to come
Too
off their
scared to
money.
lose any money.
Yep. Too scared
Too
to come off
scared to
their money.
venture out there and try something.
And then y'all are so good. There was a lady. So this is gonna hit some of y'all. It's gonna hit some of y'all. Grace got mad at me. It's gonna hit some of y'all. Years ago, about 2016, I was coaching a lady. She was 53 at the time. And she was a popular person in the area. And she came in and she was so angry that that her mother died. She was so angry. And I couldn't process why she was so angry that her mother died. And that she was angry at God. She was angry. So I just put a pin in it and I let her keep talking. And then as I began to talk to her, I realized she was afraid of confrontation. And every time confrontation would show up in her life, she would either succumb to it or run from it. She would never confront it. She would either let somebody be a victim. Let somebody be like, she would become a victim to that somebody. Or she would run from it and start a whole new life, start all over. Who know what I'm talking about? Because I'm already talking about 6 of y'all on this call right now.
Got that right.
Okay. And some of y'all, as soon as confrontation happens, what you do? You're gonna start a new life. How many times you gonna do that? How many times you gonna do that?
Just one more.
Okay. and then, or you become a victim, like, somebody else is owning all your finances and stuff like that. You become a victim, right? You do something like this. So after she finished, I told her, "You're not mad that your mama died. because I always have to get to the heart of the issue. I told you have confrontational issues. Your mama, also I let somebody's story. And then she wasn't living her dreams, and she's 53, and now she's got to start all over. So that's not your problem. Your problem is you don't have to start all over. Your problem is you're not mad at God. Your problem is you ain't mad that your mama died. You mad that you can't take care of your mama no more and use her as an excuse for why you're not living your dreams. She got so mad at me because what she was doing, she moved her mom in. She was taking care of her mom. She was doing all that stuff for all these years. And when her mama died, there's no more excuses. She was using her mother as an excuse not to live, because should she live, she has to confront an obstacle. And she had confrontational issues. She didn't like to confront things. And failure is to confront an obstacle. As a matter of fact, write this down the way I said, Grace. You have to want to win greater than the obstacles ahead. If the obstacle ahead of you is large, your desire to succeed must be larger than that obstacle. Well, I am talking. And she would use her mother as an excuse. And when her mama died, it's 3 months later, she's mad. You're not mad that your mama died. You mad that you can't use your mama not to have an excuse no more. She stormed out the office. She was so mad at me. Cried, stormed, so mad. And if you know Antonio, I didn't say nothing. I just let her cry, storm, and I let her walk out. I didn't say nothing, you know. Fine, she paid for the session anyway. It was all good. You got to pay up front. It's all good. Okay. And she calls me back a month later and say, can we continue the session? You were so right. Today, she just graduated from school. It's a real talk. She graduated last year from school. She went to college at 53. Just graduated from school.
And that's why we follow you. That's why we wake up in the morning and make sure that whatever we do, we block our time for Antonio and ATS. That's exactly why. You are speaking on it. Thank God for you.
Amen. Thank God for it.
And the other people. You're real.
Real talk. And I'm telling you for sure. And I bought her coaching up for the next 2 years. And she had those conversations, but now she just graduated college. She just moved to Houston. She moved from Lamarck area, which is, anyway, she's making almost $60,000 a year, and she's in Houston. She just moved to Houston like 3 weeks ago, and we still keep in touch, all because she had to deal with the cold hard truth that she hated her mama for making her live her life. Now, of course, you think I'm talking about her mama and her, but that ain't what I'm doing. Back to these finances, because I just made a point, and I gave you a story to make that point. Poor people ain't never lost a dime, because you act just like this lady, the old version of her. You are using all your dead people dying around you as an excuse not to invest. You're using how your brother's acting crazy not to invest. You're doing everything you got. If I ask you to give $1,000 to whatever, or God forbid, pay me full price, how disrespectful is that? If I ask you to do that, you got every reason in the world why it won't work. Because when it comes to money, you are afraid to let it go. Everybody look at my hand. Here's my hand. There's my arm too. You can tell working out, and you can tell this is a fitted. Anyway, don't worry about it. Look at my hand. Okay, here's my hand. I put a quarter in my hand. We're gonna call this a seed. And in the seed, this quarter would never grow roots in my hand. I do apologize to you, but there's never been in the history of mankind to where a watermelon, apple tree, a lemon tree, anything has ever grown roots in the hands of a person who didn't have faith to let it go.
Love that analogy, sir. Love it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, if you're gonna grow your money, you gotta let it go. Jerome, that. Okay, Jerome. Okay, Jerome. Okay. All right. Also, some of you selling, most sellers ask too much. It's rare that whatever you're asking for, you've priced it right. Let me help you. Let's do a house real quick. Nobody ever buys something for what it's worth. This is so important that you catch this. If your house, let's use a house. If that house is worth exactly $250,000, and you ask me to pay you, and I give you exactly $250,000, it's not going to happen. Now you say, yes, it is. You lying. None of you have ever bought something for what it's worth. The only time you buy something is when you say, oh, that's worth way more than that. And then you buy. So that $250,000 house, even though you paid $250,000 for it, that's not how you saw it. You saw the kitchen and the open island and the open concept. You saw your kids playing out in the backyard. You saw making love to your spouse every day. You saw the kids growing up on that side of the house so you can actually get some sleep at night. Amen. You understand? On that side of the house, you saw all sorts of stuff. You saw the garden where you was going to plant your veggies and your fruits. And then you said to yourself, that's priceless. And then that's when you bought. There's a lesson in there.
That's emotional though, Antonio. I can't handle that.
It's absolutely emotional. But I want you to realize people like me and Anthony who are not emotional, we're emotional about being logical. So even in our logic, I mean, he's right. That's emotional. It's very emotional. The human nature, whether we want to admit it, and I'm the last one who wants to admit it. When I buy something, it needs to be worth more than what I'm spending. It's number one rule of economics. I have to want what you're selling more than I want my money. It's the number one rule of economics. When I buy, I know we never buy lower. We call that donations. And we never buy evenly. We call that stupid. We say things like, well, next time. But when we look and we say, yep, that's worth it, that has lowered the value of my money, then we buy. Remember that. Remember that, because I want you to use this same concept with your investing. You need to look at a stock, because somebody's going to ask me, well, Tony, what companies do you invest in? If I think it's going to change the world, that's what I'm investing in. If I think that it has this long-term future, that's what I'm investing in. I'm not talking from an emotional standpoint. I'm talking from, I'm going to hold my money there for a while. I'm not the leader that's going to tell you to day trade. That's gambling. I don't care what you say. That's gambling. That's gambling. And Robert Kiyosaki's next point. In Robert Kiyosaki's book, he has early in the book, he has a quote, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He has a quote and it says, the poor dad says, I can't afford it. The rich dad says, how can I afford it? And I remember when I first read that. No, you right. That's the point. I remember when I first read that. I was blown away by that statement because I was Mr. I can't. And I don't mean this in a manner of like, feel wisely. Would say you watch your words. In fact, matter of fact, me and Deanna was talking about this yesterday. Make me come back to watch your words. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, once you say I can't afford it, your brain stops working. Once you say, how can I afford it? You think of 10, 15 ideas. And here's the deal. You don't need 10 to 15 ideas to work. You just need one of them to hit go. I tell you, I don't tell you this all the time. I should, but I've said it at least once on this platform in all these years. Geniuses are not geniuses. Geniuses have Picasso did 1,000 paintings. You remember 2. See that? Beethoven did many symphonies. You remember 3. He's a genius. And that is the beauty of genius. The beauty of genius is putting out a lot of stuff. And one of them, you're going to get lucky. You're going to tap into that right energy and it's going down. There's a lesson there, y'all. If you want to be called a genius, put out a lot.
And that's your Jack and Jill of all trades. Keep going, do what you do, but be good at what you do, in what you do, and one of them will pay out.
That's it. One of them will pay out. One of them will pay out. I got 2 more things to tell you. Let's get to these words and I can finally now get to 10X. 2 more things to tell you. I'm gonna send it back to you, Grace. Hold on. So I don't want to. 2 more things to tell you. 3 more things to take. 3 more things, because they go together. Let's talk about your words real quick. I said we're gonna put a pin in there. Me and Deanna was talking about this yesterday. I know you don't believe in spells and stuff, but you a lie. I'm sorry to tell it to you like that, because all those affirmations are spells. I do. I just want to let you know that if it's the Quran, if it's the Torah, or if it's the Bible, that is a black book. I don't care what you say. You say what you want, and it's African. And Africa, the first religions in the world, the oldest religions in the world come from Africa, because the world started in, you got it, Africa. And your version of your religion, if you're in America, is not the proper version of your religion. I'm not saying it's not good. Please, if it makes you better, by all means do it. But you need to know it is distorted. It is distorted because you're over here. Yeah. And if you think that the Bible is talking about money, that's your distortion in itself. Now, these does talk about money a lot. But when they say when a man robbed God, technically talk about sheep at that moment. There is no United States Department of Treasury. My help coming from the hills. That don't mean my checks is coming from the hills. It means upon them hills, there's some cattle coming down or some warriors. You gotta remember, you have to remember that back in biblical times, ain't no banks. I'm sorry. You're putting your 21st century mindset inside of a 6th century BC writing. This is what it is. With that, it's called hermeneutics, by the way. There's a whole school of thought behind this. Hermeneutics is what this is. So with that being said, you still do burnt offerings today. Incense and candles. I see, they're all messing your head up. They're messing your head up. And I know you don't have an altar in which you pray to your ancestors, but you still leave it at the altar on Sunday morning. Yeah. My point is, nothing has actually changed. You just kind of washed it into a tolerable way. I'll tell you, here's the deal. And see, I'm gonna get in trouble again, Sister Booker. This is how you know you washed it. You do a baby christening. What the hell that mean? What that mean? Your baby dedication. What that mean? And you convince.
Doesn't mean anything, because you have to accept the Lord for yourself. Okay. By yourself, you gotta get that affirmation. Okay. You can't do it by getting some water or oil sprinkled on you.
A sprinkle.
Actually, you're dedicating it like Hannah did, and you give it back and say that whatever this child is going to do in the covering between now and 12, we gonna give it back and say that God is gonna cover the baby. That is what they be doing.
I agree. As long as you know there's no such thing as age accountability in the Bible or the Torah or the Quran. There is no such thing in the Bible, Torah, the Quran is dedicating and getting it back. And if you use original sin, that is what you call systematic theology, you got to go from Genesis all the way to Revelation just to get that together. Point here is that is distorted. It started with baptism, full immersion. Catholics baptize babies, full immersion. That means all the way under. And then the next denomination was Lutheran, the next denomination was Anglican, and the next denomination after that was actually Baptist. And from there, you said, well, we're not like those people, but I still want my baby. I still want my baby saved. And so you came up with this sprinkling, which is just playing with water. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Okay. If you're going okay, if you're going to have your religion, this is me breaking down your religion. I'm an outsider breaking down your religion. And you know, you do that, you do that. It's a distortion. My point is nothing has ever changed. And since you are going to accept that your Bible, your Torah, your Quran came from a place, which is the only place that existed in the world, Africa, in which those people who understood that words have power, you watered that down. No, every time you speak, you're casting spells. I did all that to say that. This is why your grandmother told you, watch what you say. Don't say that. You're gonna put a hex on. You're gonna jinx it. Jinx is a hex. We just watered it down. You're gonna jinx yourself because your words are spells. And the Bible is the biggest spell book on the planet. Go look it up yourself. Go look it up yourself. This is keep your religion is perfect. I have not attacked religion. It's perfect. What I'm attacking is your comfort in distorting things and thinking that you're so unique that you have the way. No, the way is open your mouth, you plant a seed. So when you go, man, I hate being broke. Guess what you just did? You just cast this. It's making sense now, ain't it? I've been talking about your finances the whole time. I just needed to give you some, I needed some amens. I needed somebody to walk with me. So I had to give you some backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? I had to give you some background. Now we can agree together as a unit in infinite intelligence. Every time you say, I hate not having money, guess what you just did? You didn't just plant a seed. You planted a seed with spell power. You fertilized it with emotions. Every word come out your mouth is a spell.
That's why,
that's why I'm always waiting on my check.
That's why it says so powerfully about let the words of your mouth
come on.
And then not only that, but there's life and death in the power of the tongue. And to be careful what you say.
What you're telling me is that African book you read is on point. It is.
And then it is.
Yes, the Bible is the truth. Don't get it twisted. Listen. Okay, see, listen, look. The Bible is the truth. It is the principle of truth that you now live in today. Did you see what I just did? I'm not telling you it's wrong. I'm telling you wrong by distorting it. Go ahead, Deanna, you're going to say something.
And from what you have taught us, thought plus emotion equals creation. The stronger your speak those words, the stronger the spell that you have.
That's right. That's right. The emotions is fertilizer. And the words are spells. And I don't agree with that, Antonio, but don't. Reap what you sow. They got to do with that. I don't believe in the law of attraction. Reap what you sow is the law of attraction. It's the same thing. It is the same thing. It is the same thing. You vibrate it, you put it out, it comes back. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, when scripture was originally written, there was no such thing as capitalization or punctuation.
Facts.
So you can change a comma, you can move a comma in a sentence and change the meaning of a sentence. So it's how you're proceeding it through your own interpretation is what you get back.
Yes, absolutely. 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 What's up, Reggie? I see you on YouTube. Yes, absolutely. He's right. There was no all capital letters, no vowels. Hebrew had no vowels. We added those in later. Hebrew had no vowels. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. And for those who maybe like, oh, I don't believe in that stuff. Well, if life and death lie in the power of your tongue, the stronger your emotion when you speak hate on yourself, the stronger you killing yourself every time you speak it. The more life you speak, emotion. If you say, I love myself with all of the emotion in the world, you're giving yourself life. But if you're speaking, man, I hate how my bank account looks, and you speaking with all the emotion in the world, you're speaking death on your bank account.
That's why I wanted to bring it up. This is why, because this is what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Because I'm not talking about, this is not esoteric talk. I am telling you, you better watch how you talk about your money. And you got clever ways in which you talk about your money. You know you do. And most of your talk about your money is negative. And you're casting spells on your finances. Whether you want to believe me or not, that's irrelevant. But your sacred text you worship with is saying the same thing. No matter which one you pick one. They all come from Africa. You do know Jesus was crucified in Africa, on African soil. Is that okay? Oh, he's like, well, I'm Jew. Okay, that's literally Africa. You were in the wilderness in Africa. The Jordan River is in Africa. The Quran. Okay, an angel came to the honorable prophet in Africa. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The foundation of civilization is what you call the Fertile Crescent. And the Fertile Crescent is what do you call Middle East today, which I have. You know what?
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia means between two rivers. I don't want to do it. It's just because I'm gonna make me and Sister Booker mad. Because we're gonna think about Haiti at the same time. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But just receive. Well, don't receive what I'm saying. Just receive that I'm running my mouth. You don't have to receive that I'm saying what I'm saying. Just receive that I'm saying it, and then you'll be all right. You'll be all right. So that's the number one thing. I got two more things for you. Two more things. Grace, I told you to send it to me. Okay. The market, somebody says, but I'm black, or I'm white, or I'm too old, or I'm this, well, I don't get it. Doesn't matter, Margie. When crypto with Margie becomes excellent, the market will reward it. Period, point blank. The market
it
rewards,
will.
It will.
And it will.
The market rewards excellence. Period, point blank. When you become excellent, that's pretty much what the Mexican conference is about. Y'all becoming excellent with help. When you become excellent, the market will reward you. Come in. When you become excellent, the market will reward you. Period, point blank. But I don't know what I'm doing. That's why you're not being rewarded. As soon as you know what you're doing, you will be rewarded.
As you get better at what you're doing, Antonio, if you look around and see, you will see rewards come along the way.
Period. Y'all listen to me, which I'm grateful for. Don't get it twisted, because what comes out of my mouth is excellent. And the market rewards excellence. Do you hear me? The market rewards excellence. And the last thing I want to tell you, Zandria, this has been so hard for me to do around here. Your hair looks amazing, by the way. Even in it does, yes.
It really does. I was thinking that earlier. Yes. I'm loving it.
Yes, it looks like she's been eating alkaline food and
turn me up. I know I'm quiet, but The excellence is on me right now, baby.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Amen at you. My last point is the spirit of excellence. And I must admit this to you, which I'm proud to admit this to you, who made me do everything in the spirit of excellence consistently with intention. To now, I don't have to try. It's part of my nature now. It's a virtue. It's part of my nature. I do it so much, it just naturally comes out of me. Joel Osteen taught me plenty of things about character. He's mostly responsible for my character on earth today. There's no doubt about it. I say it every chance I get. Y'all need to start doing everything with the spirit of excellence. You can be a total loser. If you do total loser stuff with the spirit of excellence, you will be wealthy. Seriously, there's a whole genre movie called slacker movies. Movies with not too much, point. Sometimes they're black and white. Your job is just to smoke weed and laugh at these movies. It's the slacker movies. It's real movies. Clerks, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is director of all slacker movies. Fantastic. Jay and Silent Bob. That's a slacker movie. Jay and Silent Bob, slacker movie. What's the guy named? The Shock Jock. The original humor consultants. The original Shock Jock. I'm sure it's some before, but Howard Stern. There you go. Howard Stern. There is nothing of what Howard Stern is doing that Sister Booker is trying to say, won't you come preach for our church? She is not inviting Pastor, we're going to have Howard Stern come give the word. But what he does excellent and in the spirit of excellence. And he is the golden standard, whether you like it or not. If you move with hear me well, because I'm ended. If you move with the spirit of excellence in all things, God has no choice but to reward you. It's in your scriptures. It's in your text. It's in your text. But Jerome, you can't straddle the fence. You're going to be hot or you're going to be cold. Lukewarm, I'm spitting you out. You genuinely have permission from this universe to be cold. Y'all just had a whole cold president. No offense. No offense. No offense. And he is quite rewarded. He actually has more money now. And protection for the rest of his life. He has more money now and his own social media, for God's sake. Because when you are excellent, Donald Trump does everything Donald Trump does with excellence. I'm not asking you to agree. We're talking about the energy and the vibration of Donald Trump gets up every morning to say, the world owed me. I will not lose. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Write down everything I say, Grace. Money comes easily and frequently to me. Donald Trump gets up. I will not lose. I am a champion. Everybody serves me. Where's my money? I deserve it. Please tell me. Let me set you up for the punch, Jerome. Ain't nobody on this call more saved than Sister Booker. Y'all might be, but this is just my opinion. Okay? Ain't nobody on this call more saved than Sister Booker. Let's repeat these. Sister Booker wakes up every morning and says, money comes easily and frequently to me. I will not lose. I am a champion. Everybody serves me. Where's my money? I deserve it. Please tell me how these are not affirmations.
Sure.
But when you hear from Donald Trump, you got a problem with it. It's arrogance when he do it. It's affirmation when she do it. That's your opinion. The universe don't care about your opinion. If you are excellent, negatively charged, or positively charged, you will be rewarded. Now, of course, the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. That's a different story. That's a different point, different story. A different point, different story. You understand? Please proceed. Please proceed. Please proceed. Receive it, please. Y'all problem is you're not excellent. If you are running out of rewards in this life, be excellent. I don't have nothing. Whatever you have, be faithful to it. That sounds familiar, Grace. It sounds like somebody's told somebody who died for everybody.
Watch it.
Be faithful to the few. I'll make you rulers over many. I feel like this. Sis Boog, if I'm making this up, please let me know. I feel like you have permission to be faithful, and you'll be rewarded for that. Which, by the way, is my favorite scripture in all sacred texts. And now I'm ended. My favorite scripture in all of sacred texts is very simple. Be faithful over the few. It's in the parable. Be faithful over the few, I make you rulers over many. Let me tell you why it's my favorite scripture, Marge. Because I'm dumb. Now, you don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I know something wrong with me. That's kind of why I'm successful. Successful people have the same personality trait as me. We can be serial killers or CEOs. You know, you got to get it's that fine line between genius and insanity. You know, fine line. I know something wrong with me. Something wrong with my head. Do you understand how messed up chemically you have to be in the brain to get on camera every day and win, lose, or fail? Say, I don't care how y'all see it. Win, no loss to me. That is dumb as hell. Nah, it is. That's dumb. Yeah, real talk.
Don't nobody else show up. Somebody gonna see you.
Somebody gonna see me. You understand? It's dumb though. It's dumb to look at a blatant loss and be like, "With no loss." No, Antonio, that was a loss. That ain't no loss. I don't receive it. It's not a loss. That is just insanity. It really is. It really is. It really is. I've been building the same company since 1996. You know how dumb it is to do the same thing over and over every day and to show up every day. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's absolutely dumb. But this is why faith is dumb, because you're too smart. If you get dumb and have faith, maybe you can get blessed. Your job is not to be smart. It is to be faithful. That's a good close right there, Jerome. If you just be faithful.
I didn't close you out, brother, but I was saying that's it right there.
That's it. That's it. Your job is to be faithful. And if you be faithful, like Jesus Christ, this universe has no choice but to let Adrian pull her hand up in the air and come down with a whole economy worth of food.
Come on, God.
You can plan better. You can dominate. We'll see you all at the Mexit conference in 1 hour. And God's, I came ready. Hold on, Grace, take this, get this from me. I came ready. Let me show y'all my shoe game. Let me show y'all my shoe game real quick. Look here.
I got your baby.
We came. This is Mexit. Yes, this is Mexit. We came ready for Mexit. You understand? This is
all right.
Yes, this is Mexit.
That is beautiful. I love those.
Yes.
My mouth is wide open.
Yes. We came from Mexit.
Shelly, am I saying it right? Shelly,
she.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on live too. I'm listening to y'all, but
okay, got you. All right, y'all have a good one. We came dressed up for Mexit, suited and booted, and it starts off well. You're gonna love it. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all in an hour. Well, we'll see folk at Mexit in an hour. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good one. See you straight.